Welcome to our first interview series with Miss Kipilman.
Yay.
Hi everybody, welcome.
So, can you tell us who are you and what class do you teach, or what classes do you teach at Priory?
I'm Mrs. Gina Kipilman. I am a junior advisor and I teach geometry and pre-calculus honors, and I have freshmen through seniors in those classes.
So next, we want to know, why did you choose the Priory?
I think Priory chose me by accident. Mr. Lee is one of my teacher besties, and he said, we have a math opening, so why don't you come out and take a look? And I'm like, I don't want to teach boys, I only teach girls. So for 25 years of my career, I've only taught girls. And then I came to Priory and I fell in love with the kids, and chapel, I left not thinking I was going to leave my previous school, and I'm like, I want to be at Priory so bad. It was a community. It was really awesome.
Do you like teaching boys now?
I love the boys. The girls are still really awesome and they're superstars, but the boys are incredibly sensitive and good human beings.
So, what is your favorite STEM topic?
Trigonometry, hands down. Whether I'm doing it in geometry or honors pre-calc or even in calculus, I love trig.
Cool. Like sine, cosine,
Yes, SOHCAHTOA, even throw in some Pythagorean theorem in there.
What's your favorite identity?
Probably sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1 because it's beautiful.
What's your favorite food or cuisine?
Right now, I'm going to say Thai food because I can do a good curry, but my pad Thai needs a lot of work. Practice.
I like pad see ew. Thai is
That's
really
pretty good.
Is that like
That
the
is
thick noodle
awesome.
one?
Yes, that's
I
a
like
thick
that
noodle.
one. Yeah.
It's all about the sauce, and if you can get the sauce right, it tastes right. My
agree.
pad Thai does not taste right.
You can't get it. Okay, what are your passions and hobbies?
I love spending time with friends and family. I like crafting, and so I'll make t-shirts, and I'll hot iron t-shirts, and I will make like a stencil and cut it out with a heat press vinyl and make t-shirts.
Wow.
Yes, my family
that's
is
so
tired of
cool.
my homemade kind of t-shirts, but they're fun.
How did you get into STEM or math?
It was my senior year, and I had applied to colleges, and I didn't know what I was going to study, and it came to me. I love my high school math teacher, and so I told Mrs. C, I said, I figured it out. I know what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a high school math teacher. And she's like, no, no, do pick anything else. She's like, you could be a math major, but not a math teacher. And I told her, I said, you're a really good role model, and you love what you do. And she was incredibly vital and just fun, and she always worked us really hard and had high expectations. So I think I got into STEM because of her and by accident.
That's awesome.
I could say the same thing about you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a fun question.
Okay.
Would you rather team up with Captain Marvel
Okay.
or Wonder Woman?
Oh, that's easy. Wonder Woman, because she has a
Yes.
lasso of truth and an invisible plane. Yes, please.
I
I don't have to go through TSA.
I
Yes.
agree. I agree.
Okay. Oh, who is someone you look up to?
There's so many people I look up to.
Or a few?
Katanji, the Supreme Court Justice.
Why do you look up to her?
I think to be the first, a historical first, Kamala Harris. Like, if you think about Kamala Harris coming out of San Francisco, I'm a native San Franciscan. I have heard her speak. She spoke at my nephew's graduation at Balboa. And to come from all of those experiences and to be the first vice president who was female and break that glass ceiling, and to be a woman of color, and there's a lot of things I think that are against you that she just managed to surpass and persevere through. So that is incredibly admirable.
Solid choice. Okay. Another fun question.
Okay.
This is gonna be really important, okay? Are you guys
Okay.
ready? Fried eggs or scrambled eggs?
Fried eggs all the way, whether it's like locomoco
I
or
love
Korean barbecue. I'm like, or even ramen. I'm like, I throw an egg in everything. It has to be seriously drippy. Yes.
I agree.
Like
Some
sunny
people
side
don't
up.
like that, but
Yes, and very crispy at the ends. That's the goal.
Yes. What is your most memorable teaching experience?
Oh gosh, this is horrible. I had come in kind of late to school, and at this point I wasn't teaching, I was a dean of students, and one of my students came up to me and said, "Did you hear that there were planes that went into the World Trade Center?" And that morning I hadn't turned on any radio, I wasn't listening to anything, I wasn't watching anything, and I just came in like, "Excuse me, I don't understand what you're saying." So that was memorable. That was the morning of 9/11. And in that time, I'm like, we have a school, we're in downtown San Francisco, what are we doing to keep everybody safe? So, yeah.
okay. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Mission District of San Francisco. What's interesting about the kids that I grew up with, a lot of us don't live in San Francisco anymore. A lot of people moved away. But in the neighborhood, I live in the house I grew up in. And so all of the people that I grew up with are now in their parents' homes. So it's kind of crazy. Like, I have neighbors that I've had since we were kids. Going down the street on a go-kart.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's
fun.
crazy.
Do you live on a big hill?
Yes. That's how I learned how to skate. My dad put the skates on me and he didn't tell me how to stop. So I just went. So it was like a lot of acceleration down the hill, and the only way I could stop was running into the building at the end of the block, because there's a major thoroughfare that was like the intersection. Our block is a dead end, and then it goes, that street that's the intersection was super busy, and I'm like, I don't know how to stop. It's either crash into that building or go into traffic. So I'm surprised I stayed up on the skates. I don't skate anymore. I just too much trauma.
You could go anywhere in the world. Where would you go?
Right now on my list, I've traveled a lot. I've been international. I would like to go to Japan. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm really fascinated by trains and how beautiful Japan is. And it's amazing, their transit system. I'm like, yes, I would love to get on a train and see the countryside.
Yeah, so clean too, the city.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared and nervous about language and being able to read signs and get around, but I'm like, okay, that's part of travel.
Just know arigato.
Yes, yes. And then I figured the next one after that is where's the restroom? And then after that, right, that's kind of important things. You're like, how do I care for myself? Self-care is important.
We already know this, but favorite teacher bestie?
That's Mr. Lee. Hi, Mr. Lee. I'm now letting everybody know. Sometimes I give him a hard time. I'm like, let's go. And he's not ready to leave school yet. I'm like, no, please, let's go. Let's go.
Can you describe a typical day in the life after school ends?
School never ends. Yes, I leave campus because I live in San Francisco, but I take my work home with me. So I'm grading, I'm lesson planning. My mom thinks that when I'm done with my day, she thinks that at 3 o'clock I'm in front of the TV, watching soap operas. And I'm like, that's not how it works. And I still work into the night. If a student has a question, I'm responding, I'm making videos, and then I'm sending it. So my life is really interwoven with school stuff. Even if I'm running errands, getting groceries, I'm like, I see your email. When I get home, I'll take care of it and I'll send you a video. So that's my typical.
You're very fast at responding to emails, I must say.
I try.
I love the video method too. Because it's hard to explain over emails often.
I think it was really helpful. You had sent me a picture of your work, and I'm like, that's brilliant. So I will start, I'm like, I know where you are, and I will go from there. So that was super helpful.
Do you like pineapples on your pizza?
Yes. I'm surprised I actually like pineapple on a lot of things that you wouldn't think would go well. One of my friends was from Hawaii in college, and she would just eat pineapple with rice on top. And I was oh, really? She's like, yeah.
That sounds
I want to try that.
I want to try that too.
Yes.
What's your favorite song?
I'm going to say Beyonce, Love on Top, because when I don't want to do anything, like if I don't want to grade homework and the pile of homework is huge, I'll play that, I'll dance a little bit, and then I'll get started. I'm like, that is motivating.
I love Beyonce too.
Is there something that you always find yourself saying a lot? Like a phrase, a word?
You've got this. I think there's a lot of students who the challenge with math is more mental than it is like, people will say, I don't like math, I'm not good at math. But everybody can have access to it. And I think when you remind people that you got this, try, make an effort. I think you got this, do your best.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my go-tos.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for high schoolers looking to pursue a career in STEM?
It's rewarding and there's so many things that you can do. I know that I've had only one student in my 25-year career who wanted to pursue mathematics, but a lot of people in STEM. And I was at Santa Clara University where I went to college, and I was there for a reunion, and I hear, Mrs. Kipilman, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to have like a cocktail. Why are there students here? And it was my former student.
Oh my God.
I was like, are you like a sophomore now? And she's telling me, she's like, no, I graduated already. I'm here for our reunion. I go, so then I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, wait, when did I have you? What? And I go, so what are you doing? And she's like, I work for Tesla. And I go, wait,
dang.
What was your major? And she said, I am a computer engineering major. And I go, so did my math classes help? She's like, oh my God, yes. She's like, you thought you were hard on us? You should have been harder because college was harder. And then the professors that she had in her first series of math classes were professors that I had. And I was like, well, that just made me feel really accomplished, that the pushing and the expectations and that she could make it through into a STEM career just made me so proud.
Who's your ride or die?
I live with my husband and my nephew, so I would say both of them. And if I really take it literal, if I needed somebody to be my getaway car driver, Mr. Kipilman is a very safe, conscientious driver. It'd be my nephew, because if we need to get out of someplace really quick, he will get up on the sidewalk. He will manipulate and move through the streets. Probably played way too many Grand Theft Auto, but he would be the person that I'm like, he's driving me out of the city.
What's your favorite movie or TV show?
I'm excited that Ted Lasso is back, because
I'm so
excited. I've been waiting. I'm like holding on to my Apple TV because I'm like, come on. I mean, I just like my Apple TV subscription until it came. So I'm excited. I'm waiting till the weekend. He's so positive.
You should watch it.
Soccer,
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's so.
Okay.
You can relate so much.
Okay,
He
I'll check
has
it out.
no idea about anything about soccer, and he's coaching this team.
He's an American football coach.
But he's so enthusiastic and just positive, and I'm like, is it more psychology that gets people to bring out their best on the pitch or as a teammate?
I'll definitely check that out. Thank you for that. What student activities are you a part of?
Just as a junior advisor, I'm going on junior retreat. I'm very excited. I'm hoping it rains now and less rain on our retreat. And then I'm a moderator for PAPIA, which is the Priory Asian Affinity student group.
Do you have any Priory hot takes or gossip on anything at school?
I think my hot take is I don't understand Crocs. I don't understand them as a fashion statement or footwear. I know that a lot of the basketball boys players are like, they're comfortable. I'm like, really? Are they? They have holes. Your feet are gonna get wet. And then in terms of gossip, I don't have any gossip, but I have questions. I'm like, at dances, do Priory students dance? And do people date on campus? I don't know. I'm like, those are my curiosities.
Students do a good job of keeping a secret.
Yes.
Yeah.
From teachers.
Yes. Very much on the down low.
Not Mr. Tay, though.
Not Mr. Tang, though. Is he good about like finding information out?
Yes. Very.
But I get it. He's investigative, so he would
That's
be
true.
very inquisitive. That
Mhm.
makes sense to me.
Definitely.
Hey, thank you so much, Ms. Kipilman.
Thank you,
for
Jackie.
speaking
Thank you,
with us.
Sophie.
Yeah, of course, that was so fun.
It was really great to get to know you better. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye guys.